Hey, what's going on? Going on Facebook? What's cracking? I want to talk about today, the government. I want to talk about what's going on, man. Okay, so the first thing we see Biden do is the immigration thing, and I was just talking, with my daughter about that. I'm like, wow, man, immigration, huh? It's real cool. I think that the poor people down in Guatemala and down in Ecuador and everywhere else, the poor people that's suffering, that have no toilet paper, that can't go see a doctor. I think if we could squeeze them in, and I mean squeeze them in, because I don't know about you, last time I checked, them jobs still ain't came back to the hood. But if we could squeeze them in, the poor of the poor, that means, look at it this way, my brothers, it's going to give you a greater appreciation, a greater praise, and a greater gratitude in your heart when you look at the conditions. No doctors, no sanitation systems, and they came down from the rural areas, and too, because the disease spread, life expectancy was real short. They came down from areas up in those mountains, up in those jungles, down in South America, man. They just got it 80, 50 billion times harder than we do. Because people will go out and disperse food to the poor here. So, with that said, living in shacks, we got people here living in shacks. I get it. It just seems kind of crazy, but at the same time, we can never despise helping the poor. So, shout out to the Latino community. Much love, because I know y'all was there for me, with me dealing with things in my life, man. Letting me stay for 2 years rent free. Yeah, when I was young, going through some stuff, Latino family took care of me, man, when I was drugged out and messed up. No charge, by the way. No charge. B.O., shout out to Victory Outreach. So with that said, and my mom being Mexican, partially, nothing but love for the Latino community. Whether you Latino, if you Mexican, if you're Spanish American or Spanish descent. Only thing I want to say is, while they do that, Biden, he did make a statement that the rest of the agendas might get blocked. Or they got to go through the House, if I can pass them through House. So right there and there, y'all, as African Americans, we already know, with them having the Senate, we don't know how it's going to get through the House. He was right. That was a way out. That's a ticket. That's a seed planted for, don't expect too much if you're a felon in the black hoods. And so the next thing on his agenda is clean air. All right. I thought he would roll out an agenda, since the black people were used to get him in there in a mighty way, and the Latinos. It would have went Latino black issue or black issue Latino issue first attack. So we heard immigrant, that's Latino issue. Next thing he said was clean air, which right now don't mean too much to black people in the hoods that can't get jobs because of their records. And again, I'm telling you, that those are the ones that get hit the hardest, man. And in the midst of massive layoffs that could come because states closing down again. I'm not sure if that happens, but you can forget a stimulus check, and everybody feels the high prices at Walmart, how they have snuck up prices, and your dollar is meaning nothing. And God help you if you go to other stores or wherever you shop at. So we're going to just see how this unfolds. We welcome as African Americans, we welcome the 50 million new immigrants that will get their citizenship. Welcome to America. Y'all know what y'all got to do because y'all work in unity. And it is a signal to black people to say, if you do not work in unity and help each other, black people specifically, guess what? Individually, many people will escape out of the inner city madness and have. But don't think your loved ones and people that you are left there. And if you don't go and strengthen or bring out or something like that, or help them, just expect that you're going to get some sorrows, bro, from some relatives. You got to expect it, because even though we escape and live over here or over there, the things that's going on unaddressed, bro, is going to keep going on. So you just expect more of that. And the law of attraction is going to give more of that because it's allowed to stay in motion. The Nipsey Hussle thing about creating jobs, the issue of drugs, the issues I have dealt with, 323 metric tons in 93, 92, 2.4 tons in Baltimore. Just expect body bags, Detroit SWAT, more ropes, white ropes, around your neck, those white garbage looking bag things, a lot of brothers. And because the raids are going to continue under Homeland Security, and we would have got done worse from Trump, no doubt. It would have been thousands and thousands of black families destroyed instead of ministered to and set free and healed whole and helped. That's a church issue that address those issues. Whether we address them or not, guarantee you we're going to give an account for those issues because of that Good Samaritan. But as it looks right now, well, business will be usual. You can expect funerals, body bags, and the same thing we've been getting, because it's not top of the priority list. And again, it's a curse to put our trust in men. Trump, Biden, not if God has said, starting with the churches, y'all help each other. See, if God is saying that, we fighting it. Not me saying it. It just say the universe, God, things, shifts, is telling us to help each other, and we refuse and we disobey. There probably won't be no restoration for those that are like, 20 and up felons in this Christian nation. You probably not going to be forgiven, and you probably be knocked out of society. That's if you got a record. So if you don't have a record, y'all that don't have a record, man, check it. Don't get no record. Whatever you do, if you black, do not get a record, young brother. You better listen to me. Do not get a record, because if you do get a record, you ain't see. Man, the immigrants, bro, when they get here, some of them, as they screamed in, they don't have records, bro. And if you get in Ubers, you can see people can barely speak English all over. Again, we welcome, but they gonna get the jobs and you not, because you got a record. So brothers out there that don't got a record, or if you got one, don't do nothing else. Don't get caught doing nothing else. Or you might be dropped. If you don't become an entrepreneur, you're going to be a dinosaur. So kind of wake up, man. We are not at the top of the list, bro, of priority, because the seed been planted about Congress. That's all I'm saying. God bless y'all, man. But this is something we need to be prepared for. Just period. We have to be prepared for it. And if we don't prepare for it, it's going to be a problem for African Americans. We have to do it. You got to remember that. So all I'm saying is, I'm video recording. Yeah, thank you. And so all I'm saying is, if you want to be a strong force, you're gonna have to we're gonna have to have a collective force to meet the forces that's coming against us as a people, a black people, African American descent. And that's why Black Lives Matter. That's why the highlight of it now. And you can expect the black media to kind of dissolve away everywhere you see, because there won't be anything to attack. Our faces was used to attack Trump. And I still ain't heard nothing, but it might get blocked in Congress about any issue dealing with Black Lives Matter. And I ain't talking about Black Lives Matter. I'm just talking about to push our hoods. And if Biden don't do nothing, just know the law of stewardship has always been given to the church. And the church will have to answer. And if she doesn't answer, there will be consequences. Lavish living is what I've been promoting as a tactic and a tool to reach the people out there as far as in the hoods go. Lavish giving, the church doing it on purpose to members of their church first, and it spills out into community. And when people see the care that we have, because money is a commonality, and he that winneth souls is wise. If you got something in common with people, you know that drops ether or it brings satisfaction because that's something they're interested in, not just something you're interested in and you're projecting. Money is commonality. So taking money, like you went in 7-Eleven and you listen for the Holy Ghost, he may tell you to give that person $10 instead of $1. And you'll see the kingdom drop. You'll see the ether drop. You'll see the joy come on people's faces. How much is that worth, brother? It's worth more than you sticking in a bucket looking like a dry-faced Christian. The bottom line, you want to experience the kingdom of God outside of the church. If we be responsible to address the issues of the black neighborhoods, not the government, not the state, they're not going to do anything. We can see we're not top of the agenda again. And I personally said we're going to get sold out because of my Latino brothers. I said it because I knew, man, they need power to secure their votes. So the top agenda would be Latino. And that's cool with me. But I don't expect them to do nothing for the black neighborhoods now that they're in power. I just don't. Now, maybe I'm wrong. But for the poor, where's the stimulus? Notice that's gone away. So the bottom line, getting help now. Let's just look for the immigrants to get approved and the air thing and some token stuff that they probably throw at us African Americans. And this is their last year, and we going hard. At least I am, and other people going hard to see, because this time, if usury and taking advantage are there, it's going to be exposed. And it's going to be exposed quickly. And God will not permit them to do anything for black African American hoods or felons, because he's trying to expose that the people that we support, they don't have our back. And you can forget the conservatives. I don't know what African Americans going to do, but one solution I suggest is that we give our hearts to the Lord and let the Lord fix our problems through biblical, divine, universal, simple principles that a kid can understand, like compassion and unity and giving, stuff like that. Okay, Project Restoration, Jeremiah 23 and Hood, just a perspective on the latest news drop from President Biden. And God bless y'all.